Well, hello, my anti-cultists. How are you today, my children? Obey me and watch this video. Actually, you don't have to watch this video. I literally don't care about count. It's not going to be one of my snarky fun videos. This is literally an open letter, I guess, or an open appeal to Paula Holland. I know what she thinks it's going to be. She thinks I'm going to be like, oh, don't call the lawyer and don't do this and don't do that. Whatever. Do whatever you got to do. It's called fair use. The parodies I've done on you, I've taken all of your information from public forum. Nothing you can really do. That's not the case, and that's not what I'm talking about. And if you choose to listen to this, fine. If you don't, well, that just proves my point that I'm about to make. So this is my final appeal to you to literally back your ass out of being what you perceive to be a snark master on Facebook or anyplace else. To literally back up, okay, and to choose a different pathway. You want to stay an anti-vaxxer? You've got reasons why you're an anti-vaxxer. Fine. You want to be mean and snarky? Fine. But I'm telling you right now, I'm asking you right now to stop permanently doing certain things. It's not blackmail, it's just the way that it is. I'm appealing to you because I can see the road you're going down. I'm actually a little frightened for you, as one human being to another. Stop threatening people with CPS in their jobs, specifically on the public forum. You don't really scare any of us, first of all, but if you are found to be doing that and it's turned into the police, because 3 of the people for sure that I know that you have done this to and are willing to make statements to the police are from not the same state you're from, it will be a federal crime. Now, I will give you an example. And I don't know what is with you fuckers in Texas, because literally this happened. One of my sons dated a woman, and she lived in Texas. She started living in Texas, and she wanted his contact information, contacted me, and I would not give it, obviously, and she kept threatening my job. She kept threatening to send the police to my house. She kept threatening to call court systems and different stuff on me for shit, kind of like what you do to other people, thinking that I would be intimidated. And what I did was I called the police department in the town in Texas where she lived, and I said, okay, this person is harassing me, and I have screenshots and of the chats. And she was arrested and found guilty and spent a year in jail, in county jail, in lieu of they dropped the federal charge as long as she would plead to the county charge. Now, that's one count. It was one count of harassment through a cyber social network. I believe it's how it's said. So when you go to the lawyer to discuss my fair use parodies that I've done, where I've pulled information about you off of public forums to make fun of you, you might want to ask him about what 3 counts is going to do. If each count is 1 year, and you are found guilty on all 3 counts, or have to plead guilty on all 3 counts that I know of, that are public so far, what is going to happen to your children? Okay? What is your husband going to do? How's he going to work? He works all over the country. How is he going to work? Who's going to take care of your kids? Your mother? Is she really going to appreciate that you hoisted your kids on her for 3 years, 18 months with good behavior, if the county has that you're in? Is she going to appreciate taking care of her grandchildren based on the fact that you ended up in jail? Because whatever has caused you to become so dark and twisted and mentally ill has led you to go beyond the normal mean girl snarkness and mockery that we all play with. I mean, we all do, right? We all do. Sorry, I start playing with the mouse. Yeah. Um, we all do. I do it, you do it. That's great. All this I win and blah 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 and parody. It's it's a game, right? And legally now, of course, the pictures you take of people, their children specifically, it's fair use. If their Facebook is public and they don't have like a watermark that says these are copyrighted or anything like that, even if they are, there is fair use parody usage. Well, yeah, just legally, yeah, you can take those pictures, but ethically, I mean, as a Christian, okay, ethically, within the morals. Well, I suppose I've read the Bible about 25 times. I studied comparative religious studies, and I've had to read it quite a bit. And I suppose really, actually, you are really following the biblical the biblical what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, there's kind of a precedent set, isn't there, in the Bible? Some children made fun of the bald prophet, so the bears ate him. We're making fun of you, so let's sacrifice our babies. Put their pictures out there. Someday down the line, those ones where you've put those kind of mean veiled captions that are kind of not sure if they're a threat or what they are under there. Someday they're those are going to run around the blue out there in the digital blue, and then someday one of those kids is going to see it when they're older, and some of them will just be annoyed to delete them, figure out how to get it off the internet, say fuck it, I don't care. But what if you've got one who's been through something bad? What if you've got one who it devastates? Do you even care about that? When I mentioned your children in the parodies, did it not torque your tummy a little bit? Isn't that why you came back and oh, I'm gonna get the lawyer, and your little lapdog dog Yappy Chastity there was like, oh, you're an evil twit. Yes, I'm an evil twit. Yes, I am. But even evil twits have a moral compass, so I don't even know what to call you. I don't take pictures of people's children and put shit under them. I don't threaten to go to their jobs and call their jobs. I don't threaten to call CPS. But somebody's going to end up doing it to you, Paula. That's what I don't think you understand. Somebody out there is going to say, I've had enough of her shit, and they're going to do exactly to you what you threaten to do to other people, and they're really going to do it. And then what? I mean, I'm just letting you know that you have gotten yourself to a point where you better start filling that hole, and it better be good filtered, baby. And I know you're just going to be snarky and say shitty things and shut the fuck up or whatever it is you say. Thing is, I'm not Christian, and in my world we have something called karma. That's why you're making jokes about my avatar, but we have karma. And we don't believe we're karma on other people. Let me joke about it, but it's not. Karma is something that you do to yourself. And I'm telling you, when it comes down, when the hammer falls, I want you to remember these words. You did this to yourself, Paula Holland. You did this to yourself.